First at 5, more than 950 tips in the span of about 24 hours. This after Indiana State Police released a new sketch, video, and audio of the prime suspect in the investigation into who killed Abby Williams and Libby German in Delphi in the year 2017. And we've been asking so many questions, and you have been asking us as well. One of the questions you've been asking is, why is this new sketch so vastly different than the other? A sketch released nearly 2 years ago.
Well, working for you, Call 6 Investigates Paris Lubell has been tracking down answers to those questions you've been asking, and he joins us with what he's finding out.
Happens every day. We simply walk by somebody. And it's exactly what happened in Delphi. Our Call 6 team learning that those sketches were created from people who spotted the suspect on that day.
Well, obviously this new sketch, we've all been looking for the wrong man for 2.5 years.
But with that, why are the two sketches so different?
Most of us think we see things, but in fact, we don't see what we really saw.
Jim White is a retired state police district commander and is now part of IUPUI's School of Public and Environmental Affairs.
When we go to the artist and try to get the artist to create a rendition of what we think we saw, many times it's not what we really did see.
Remember back to that person that walked by the camera at the beginning of the story? That was our TV6's real-time manager, Bob Blake. But can you remember what he was wearing? Was it a light gray shirt, a white shirt, or a black shirt? Can you remember his face? Was he wearing glasses? Think about it for another moment. It's hard to do.
There's a big problem with composite drawing.
Former FBI agent and ABC News contributor Brad Garrett says often the composite sketches don't even look like the suspect.
If you and I walk by each other and I don't know you, and then somebody says, let's do a drawing of the person you just walked by, it would be sort of pieces of information left in my memory about who you are. And so as a result, then the composite obviously could well not be accurate.
Back to the person that walked by earlier in the story. It's probably even harder now to recall the shirt color and if he was wearing glasses, let alone what his face looked like. If you remembered a black shirt and glasses, you were right. But what about after a few days? That's some of the things investigators have struggled with and points to some of the reasons why the sketches could be so different. Investigators say this new sketch is the primary sketch, and if you have any information about this person, call the tip line. They also say make sure you don't take this sketch and put it next to somebody else's picture on social media. That's just detrimental to the investigation. Reporting tonight, Paris Lubell, RTV6.
Paris, thank you for all of that information. All of this is about getting justice for the Delphi daughters, Abby and Libby. And the reward for the information that leads to an arrest in the case now stands at more than $200,000. If you recognize the man in the new sketch or have any information on this case, you're asked to call the tip line number you see right there on the screen, 844-459-5786. Again, that number, 844-459-5786. There's also a special email account for your tips. There it is as well. It's Abby and Libby tip at CACOSHRF.com.